Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over Naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun la wa mo la mo do.
Yeah.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Good evening to you.
Maiyegun la wa mo la mo do.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
And good afternoon to you. Good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Gbogbo ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary,
Thank you very much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends, right? And most importantly, especially, please invite the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alibajiris, the humbled slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, especially as well the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all-risers. This is an important broadcast. Do not share without tagging them. Tell them. That's the new one, you know. Ashiwaju Bulaba, you dey speak in tongue. Go, Ashiwaju Bulaba, you dey speak in tongue. Cassava gari ewa, agbado ewa, cassava gari ewa, you dey speak in tongue. Ashiwaju Bulaba, you dey speak in tongue. Go, Ashiwaju Bulaba, you dey speak in tongue. Cassava gari ewa, agbado ewa. Abalaba bulaba, you this. I actually thought they said that Shiwaju. Anyway, we'll get to that part later. Help, help, help. That's exactly what Kolu was sounding like in Abeokuta yesterday. And from all he said, it also showed to me, I don't know about you, after watching and listening to the clown show in Abeokuta yesterday, I actually somehow feel sorry for Kolu TINUBU. Now, here is why. Remember that last year, when he said he was going to be, he was running to be president, right? So he went to see Buhari, right? Buhari gave him a cold shoulder. Then they started the plot to stop him. Then Buhari came out and he called the governors, APC governors, and said, many of you are already about to complete your second term. You are choosing your own successor. Let me choose my own successor. Somehow, Kolu decided to play the smart one. And they caught Buhari in the game, including his Kaba, and he became the candidate. Now, dear Wala started, right? Now, if some of you, especially the Obidients, right, they said they want to, this is the fight of your life. You are fighting, Maiyegun, we are fighting for our life. Let me tell you something. If this is our last fight, we are, you know what I mean? This is Kolu's last fight. This is why. For the past 7 years, that Buhari has been a non-charlatan, a non-committed, and the worst of the government ever in Nigeria history, right? You see those Lagos-Ibadan Expressway media, as well as the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris. They were just telling Buhari, well done, you are doing so well. Enemy of, as they are suffering, falling into poverty, falling into serious desperation. Baba, as they are being murdered, kidnapped, they continue to come out to say, shut up your mouth. Is it the only place? Are you the first person to be kidnapped? Is that the only first place that it is happening? How are you sure that they are Fulani terrorists? How are you not sure this or that? So all of this, they were defending Buhari and APC, Egbekegbe, living in denial of how much they have destroyed Nigeria. They're watching the old drama. Then in Abeokuta yesterday, just before Abeokuta yesterday, I don't know if you have noticed, TINUBU came out, without the usual, what do you call it, their usual party leadership input. TINUBU came out with his own presidential campaign list, and he made Buhari the chairman of the campaign. Buhari, because according to them, Buhari was going to lead the campaign. But how many times have you seen him with them? I mean, with him? That's a big thing internally, yeah? For the past 1 year, the people in Nigeria, they have been suffering with this fuel scarcity or expensive pump price of a fuel in Nigeria. I mean, if nobody didn't say anything, nobody, Buhari has done so well because all they are waiting for is Buhari to, at least after all of these abuses, all of these, things that, the people have sort of hated them. At the end of the day, here you get, may just compensate them and give Kolu the presidency. That is what they want. And the clock is ticking. And from Buhari's side, number one, the usual way, if you want to do election, as Buhari did in 2019. In 2019, you know what Buhari did? Before then, they have sent a Kolu away. He was living in exile. So they brought him back. When they brought him back, they call him their reconciliator. Let me leave that story. Last, they told him to bring Oshiomole. When they gave him the chairmanship of APC, Egbekegbe, it was like in preparation for a time like this, so that the ground could be soft. All of this whole thing, TINUBU would have been in control by now, but they deceived him. So he came back because they needed him. So what did they do? They knew then that it's all about money. Emefiele, gave him 2 Bullion vans loaded with cash, and just make sure that they missed their way to Bullion house of Kolu. So Buhari, being the person running for second term in 2019, was able to give billions. I'm talking about tens of billions of your money, Naira, in Bullion van on the eve of the election, the night before the election. Now, it is now the turn of Kolu to be president. No single kobo is coming from the government, their own government, the usual way. Central bank, instead of money to come from the central bank, the central bank is changing money. Why? Why is it that it is my own time that you have to change the color of money? Now you have to also, that you believe that it was targeted at him to weaken him after Buhari have stayed away, Pastor Ruga have stayed away. Some of those people that you usually see with Buhari, especially from Yoruba land, Amoso and Co, majority of them have kind of stayed away. All of this because Kolu told them, I don't really need anything from you. I have everything I need. I am just waiting for the election day. So somehow, it has become a lone journey. I'll tell you more about that too. So Kolu feels like telling them to go and change the money they stockpiled is targeted at him. Then suddenly as well, which is true, for the past 6 years, except for that last year, for the past 6 years, or say 5 or 6 years, since APC Egbekegbe came in, there hasn't been any major fuel scarcity during the festive period in December in Nigeria. Let's give that to them. Sure you get. You may buy at very, very high price, but it's always been available. But guess what? In the last 1 year, no one was sure what was going on. Sure you get, eh? And today, Kolu is now using that to say they are targeting him. But here is how these criminals, how coward they are. You know, the person that is the Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria is Buhari, the president, is the Minister of Petroleum. If there is a fuel scarcity, who do you call? Minister of Petroleum or PDP or Labour Party? Now, Tifku you go call or Obi? Eh? That's how cowardish they are. They are so, as in, bunch of lily liver cowards. Kingmaker, we no get liver. So he came public and he said, they decided to keep the fuel. Just to make sure that people will hate me and they won't vote for me. Don't worry, we will do the election, we will win. You are changing money. I beg, who changed Nigeria money? Is it Peter Obi or Atiku? Who changed Nigeria money? Is it not APC government? You changed the money and you are all of that to stop us. And he didn't even have a lever to mention Buhari, to mention Emefiele. But you know what they have done? Immediately, TINUBU blew that dog whistle. You know the first dog that reacted was Femi Foni Kayode. But you know something? Let's go to Abeokuta. That's why I said, if you look at TINUBU, he is fighting the last fight of his political life. It is a win or lose. You know, when you go to casino and you are staking your money, then at some point you just say, oh, house. That's exactly what this Charade election is. For 7 years, TINUBU, that you all know very much, to have become so popular because of his vocalness, the way he's vocal about the misruling, misleading, blah, blah, blah of Nigeria by this central government or federal government of Nigeria. Suddenly, because of what they were waiting for, Emilokan, it is my turn. He decided to say that to blackmail Buhari in 2022. He actually surprised them, I have to say, because, you know, the party said their nomination form is 100 million naira. TINUBU gave 100 million naira each to 17 people. 17 people to go and buy the forms. Then plus himself, making it 18 out of 24 people that contested. Do you understand that? So it was already more or less like overcrowded the space, enough to cause much confusion, and then narrow down the advantage of his contestant, even if the presidency is backing them. And that was when Pastor Ruga told you, remember, that it doesn't make any sense for you to go and vote for somebody you don't believe in or that doesn't even believe in Nigeria. You remember that? Now, here is where the cry started in Abeokuta, where you actually have to start feeling sorry for Kolu if Kolu loses this election. If Kolu failed to be president, Lagos State is no longer safe. In fact, a week after, you know something? If Kolu loses this election, right, and Buhari continue to stifle him of free cash, because Kolu believed that whatever money cannot buy, more money will do it. Atiku believed that whatever money cannot buy, more money will do it. From their records, though, I'm not making this up. From their records, that is their political belief in Nigeria. Money will do anything politically. Now, Buhari, after they have shanked him in choosing his own successor, muzzled him, right? Now declared in London that, well, people should go and elect their leaders. If anybody try anything, any violence anywhere, they go pick them up. All of these are not good signs among the Kolu camp. They believe, but they are too scared to say it publicly. Can you believe that? Instead of them facing their own real wahala, Buhari, they are looking for somebody else to blame, somebody else to point fingers to, and all of that. I'll show you that part. But this was the genesis of what is about to happen. If the body language, the body odor of Buhari that is giving Kolu problem behind the scene, and they are no longer keeping it behind the scene, they actually have to speak out right now. But they are so scared to mention Buhari and his people. They are so scared to the point that they are now championing their usual propaganda against Emefiele. Everything you knew about Emefiele, that all this Olori Bruku, Onijekujes, these Omoerus, decided to defend for the sake of APC, for the sake of Buhari. They are about to use them as propaganda against Emefiele now. But guess what? We will not allow any kind of Buhari slander or Emefiele slander on these streets. Please remember that. If you see any kind of Lagos Abobaku trying to slander Buhari or slander Emefiele, don't agree. Go there and fire them. Shut up your mouth. Emefiele is doing well. Please remember that. This was the genesis. He told them, let me choose my own successor. Leave money out of this. But with the Lagos money, Abba, shut up. You don't know what they talk. Now, the challenge is bigger.
Plan. In paragraph 7, in pursuit of the foregoing objectives, the party has successfully established internal policies that promote continuity and smooth succession plans, even at the state and local government levels. It goes on to say, for example, first-term governors who have served credibly well have been encouraged to stand for re-election. Similarly, second-term governors have been accorded the privilege of promoting successors that are capable of driving their visions as well as the ideals of the party. And in paragraph 10, in keeping with the established internal policies of the party, and as we approach the convention in a few days, therefore, I wish to solicit the reciprocity and support of the governors and other stakeholders in picking my successor, who would fly the flag of our party for election into the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. End quote. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has left the country to Spain at the invitation of President Pedro Sanchez and is expected back on June 3rd, just before the presidential primary of his party. Adesua.
That was Buhari's appeal to the state governors of APC. But that didn't play out. You saw what happened. Kolu was able to outspend everyone else, whoever was sponsoring them. He bought everyone that he could buy. And it worked because it's within APC. Sure you get. Now, Nigeria, which is bigger, they will need more money than what they used to buy the APC ticket for him. They will need more money. But suddenly, surprisingly, Buhari is not turning up. And not that they actually want him to give, he doesn't really want Buhari to give him money. Lagos money. Lagos is already in the debt to the tune of 2 trillion naira. Sure you get. So Lagos will foot the bill. And there are other people that are also like chipping in, like Ogun State and the rest of them, who have to chip in money. It's just that most of this money are being ferried straight up to northern Nigeria to continue to fund what they want to use as the validation that things are still what they are. Nothing is changing. But Buhari is not turning up. Now, that issue of money is about to be a problem in another few days. After 31st of January, right, it will become difficult to actually have access to huge cash. And they are already seeing the signal. So if Kolu raised alarm, that they are trying to keep the money. People are already saying that despite the fact that it is almost, it is just about 5 days left, that the old currencies in Nigeria will phase out and will become illegal, right? They said the banks are failing to pay them with the new currencies. So something that is making a sort of justification for why the rush, why now, and something that people said is targeted at the people like Atifku, people like TINUBU. But you will think, well, they are the one in power now. All they have to do is to ask a central bank to load the money for them. So not like everybody else. But it seems that's not the case. Yeah, it seems that's not the case. Because in Abeokuta, Kolu accused PDP and Labour Party of changing Nigeria money to stop him, of ordering fuel to stop him. What does that tell you? Something says Bullion van may be difficult to fill. Not that they don't have the money, but exchanging the one they stockpiled, within 5 days, it will be difficult to, and they need to speak out. This time, let's go to that Abeokuta. But before we go to Abeokuta, here is another thing that is giving them real headache. Why would Buhari say this when you have a candidate? Why would you tell Nigerians to choose somebody that will work for them? Is your party not working for them anymore? Does your party not have a candidate? All of these are some of the living in denial that those who are following Kolu are trying to ignore, because according to them, they don't want to be bothered that all this matter. Anyway, this was in London last year from Buhari.
So this change of currency, I think there will be people a lot of money. But time has been given from October to December, 3 months is enough, whatever money you have, to get it changed through a legal system. So I don't know why people are complaining about it.
So despite the complaint, there's no going back on the policy?
No, there's no going back. There's no going back. My aim is to make sure that Nigerians believe that we respect them as an administration. So Nigerians should vote for whoever they like from whichever party. Nobody will be allowed to mobilize resources and thugs to intimidate people in any constituency. That's what I want to go down into Nigerian history for. So this change.
Here you get. When Buhari said that a few months back, within their circle, they were wondering, why would he tell people to go and vote for whoever they like, whichever party they like? Like, are you for real? Is it making sense to you right now or not yet? Don't worry. Let me take you to Abeokuta, where the lamentation was recorded, where TINUBU raised alarm, and in what Yoruba would be like, "Gbami gbami le yongba, ayi gbami shemero. Egbami o, egbami o, egbami o, help me, help me, help me, help me. Buhari is taking me to the place where I don't know." It happened in Abeokuta, and I'm going to take you there. Then we'll take it in peace for you to get it. Where is that again? One momento. Right. So to Abeokuta. Man, it's going to be a long night. I hope you are ready for it, because I still have so much to actually share with you. But did you listen to that part where Naira pamo, ama dibo, ama wọlé, ama gbàjọba yìí lọ́wọ́ wọn. Àwọn tó ń bá wa dù, abeg, who actually have the power right now. Let me tell you what that means, in case if you don't understand Yoruba. It was saying that if they like, they should continue to hide the fuel from Nigerians. If they like, they should change the color of the Naira and keep it and hide it from them. That they are going to do the election and he is going to win. That's what he said there. Then he said that we are going to take the power from them. The people that are fighting us for this power, we will take it from them. Baba, let's be honest. Me and you, even if you are for TINUBU right now, like one-on-one now, look at me. Look at me. Can you look at me here? One-on-one. Now we will get the power to hoard fuel. Now we get the power to change Naira. And who are those who currently have the power? I'm talking about who is the person in charge of power in Nigeria. Which party, political party is in power right now? Which party does TINUBU belong to? How come some of you are so scared? Abi, you are just cowards or hypocrites or just Stephen Laurent, people that their bellies controls, or maybe you don't just get sense at all. Baba, in your own mind, with this little information I just gave to you now to convince you, not to confuse you with my this and that, would you not know that Kolu is talking about Buhari? Or they don't do pashipara of your brain. And now they don't do pashipara of the brain. You have no idea. You don't know. You don't know. You don't get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. If you want to know the pashiparo, the changing of brain, go and join APC. The moment you join like this, are you with me? You don't need your brain. There are people that will do the thinking for you, the writing for you. Sure, you get. You are just as useless as what do you call it? That's what APC makes you. You don't believe me. You think I'm just saying that because Abi? Okay. In February 2019, during the presidential election in Nigeria, okay, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, two Bullion vans appeared in the house of demand that is now the candidate of the ruling party. And the money was to buy voters, to ensure that the current president wins second term. Sure you get. And that person is this man again. Is current presidential candidate of the ruling party. Sure you get. Now, if you don't know that joining APC, even TINUBU said, my followers no get sense. Sure you get. There was a time he said, people where they listen or follow me, they no get brain, they no get sense. And that is why, right? Their destiny, their future is in what? Is in my hand as the creator. This is the man that created Lagos, by the way. Are you with me? Now, do you want to know how useless you can become when you join APC? Now, that money, that Bullion van that appeared back then, this man said the Bullion van belonged to him. The money in it belonged to him. Or are you looking for your money? Is Nigeria money missing? Is he a contractor to the government of Nigeria? Or did you miss your own money? But you see this grown-up man, when they asked him in 2023 about the Bullion van, listen to his answer.
On the other question of the Bullion van or no Bullion van and all of that, I think that matter have been put to rest. There was no money in the Bullion van. The Bullion van that even came missed the address to have come there. Okay. It missed the address to have come there, and that was why the Bullion van was...
But why was Bullion van moving on election day? I thought there was supposed to be no movement.
No, there was not an election day. It was not. It was Rufai. It was. I was in that house on that very day. It was not an election.
So it was the day before election. But why was Bullion van moving everywhere?
The Bullion van missed the address to have come there.
Okay. I thought your presidential candidate had actually said that what's people's business with how he spends money.
I watched it. He said that jokingly. Okay. It was a joking statement.
So the Bullion van
the same way Mr. Dangote said that when he wanted to authenticate and get his mindset that truly has money, He went to cash 1 million naira, brought it to his house, sat and looked at his money and returned it to the bank.
No, but I just want to get this right. You said the bullion van missed its way to come into the place.
Yes.
But that place is not a known bank, or was it a bank? I just want to get to the root of it.
There are some companies that have high staff that pay their staff with cash. Okay. Right? That bullion van missed his way there. Okay. And it was not invited by Ashwaju or anybody.
Okay, comrade.
On the other question of...
Sure, you get what I'm saying now. So if you think I am making things up, it's because you just don't like to listen to the truth, okay? That is the mindset of an average APC. So if you go on social media and you argue with APC tout or thug, it doesn't matter. If they look educated, it doesn't matter. If they live abroad, it doesn't matter. For you to be known as a bona fide APC, Egbekegbe member, you don't need your brain. That's a grown-up man. That's a grown man. That's somebody's husband, somebody's father, and they call him comrade, possibly some people's leader. You won't need your brain. Why would you need your brain? All you have to do is to be very bold enough to lie. And when you can repeat that lie, seriously? A lot of people will believe the lie. Even you will believe your lie. But they are a bunch of cowards. Here you get. Look at this. Immediately that Kalu blew that dog whistle about people hiding fuel, hiding money, hiding this and that, is Hallelujah Boys for Food Kayode or Femi Foni Kayode decided to go on Twitter. On a Twitter tirade. These are people inside APC, Egbekegbe government. Now them, they government. Read this, Whatever your plans are to scuttle this election, whether through new Naira note, fuel scarcity, or creating an atmosphere of fear and panic, you shall fail. The cat is out of the bag. We know the plan. We know you are we know who you are using. We know who is behind it. We know what to do. That is them trying to lie. Here you get. Festus Otoboke Yamo, which is currently in court, suing ICPC and EFCC that they must arrest Atiku for SPV corruption. Now, there is fuel scarcity in Nigeria. He doesn't know if he should just stick. He is also the junior minister of labor in Nigeria. Are you with me? At the same time, spokesperson for this man, Kalu. However, now that they everywhere they go, they have to admit that Nigerians are suffering, that Nigeria is divided, that corruption is, that terrorism is here and there. Now, saying all of those things will mean condemning Buhari. So how could Buhari stand on a podium? TINUBU stand on a podium. And they are condemning Buhari. Have you not noticed that when you see APC, Egbekegbe talking about TINUBU and then presidential campaign, they always talk about Lagos. Have you not noticed? They are talking about things that they were done, not by TINUBU, but by his appointed lackeys. Out of the surplus, the little they were able to give, they are giving the credit to him. But they are not using Buhari's achievement and success. Because what are the achievements of Buhari? When they came in 2015, Nigeria debt was about $13 billion. Today, the Nigeria debt is now over $100 billion. Are you with me? Before they came in, the balance in Nigeria excess crude account was somewhere around $7.5 billion. Today, the balance in that account is less than $1 million. Now, when they came in, the unemployment in Nigeria was put at somewhere around 13 million people, official. Today, 60% of Nigerians are unemployed. Now, when they came in, they said that Nigerians they were poor, but they were not living in multi-dimensional poverty. Guess what? Within a space of 7 years, they took the poverty basket of Nigeria from 78 million to over 133 million. That's not all, right? They destroyed the economy to the point that Nigeria went into recession 3 times. They told you you are out of recession, but you are not. Yeah? A lot of people lost their jobs, lost their savings, lost everything. A lot of people have to leave. They called it Japa. So how do you use all of that as a campaign? For the first time, there is no single terrorist on trial, even though act of terrorism has increased so much. But you have repentant terrorists. Yet, terrorism never abate. 180,000 repentant terrorists from Borno, Niger, and then Katsina alone. 180,000. None of them gave the position of the terrorists that are still kidnapping you. Because it's now a multi-billion dollars industry in Nigeria, all under APC. The ones they defended for a time like this that they will be rewarded. Unfortunately, they are not trusted, or maybe they don't trust themselves. They are panicking, and it is not because of Obi or Atiku. Kolu is worried that the saboteurs are going to do it internally, and the signs are there, but they are not bold enough. They are not bold enough to mention Buhari. They are not bold enough to mention Buhari's government. They are now pointing fingers. Let's go back to that Abeokuta again, where Kolu was giving his usual comic relief. And I've got more, by the way, if you are just joining us, right? Initially, when this whole thing started, they said all the bats in Abeokuta, they were so happy to see TINUBU today. And one of them recorded the bats in Abeokuta welcoming Kolu. I don't mind sharing that with you. Let's start from there.
But we are coming back. Then they say he gone. But we are coming back. Come back. Victory, 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 victory.
Chenri, Chengboponu, Elebi. Victory, victory, victory. Let's go back to where he was doing his Bulu Bala. Then we're going to come back to the machinery again. There's a part I want to share with you on that. However, let's go back to Abeokuta. Where's that part again where I think I got it? Here. Meanwhile, pay attention to something as well. He's demented. He's got Parkinson. And he is Kolu. Sure you get. Everything is going to be saying. They are going to be incoherent. Are you with me? They are just to further show to you the calamity that awaits Nigeria. You think Buhari is bad? You're about to witness something worse. Continue. I don't know if you are laughing because it's a clown show, or maybe all those emojis I am seeing are actually people crying for him. That's TINUBU. He couldn't make any complete statement. He couldn't make any sensible thing at all. It's just representatives to hunt down Emefiele, to be able to force him to give their godfather the chance to have to make use of the stolen money they stockpiled for the election, and he can do whatever he like after that, right? He's using House of Representatives for that. Remember? However, this woman.
Only what God has given me. However, I looked at the options in the APC. They go to rallies, and Asuwaju cannot even decipher. He cannot. When I was speaking, I sat with him for 2 hours. Most of the time he was sleeping. You ask him questions on this, and he's talking completely different from the topic that you are discussing. So how on earth, what is wrong with Nigerians? What is it that you will benefit personally for you to sacrifice over 200 million people? And so I decided that, okay, the choice now for me is between Asuwaju and Atiku, because both of them have the structures in their parties. And then I looked and I looked and I looked. I looked for Atiku. I said, look, what is your blueprint? I did that. I didn't just do it off head. I sat down with him. What is your blueprint on security? They gave me a whole booklet. What is your blueprint on agriculture? They gave me everything. It took me days to go through it. So I said to myself, somebody that I sat with and discussed this with, he says, look, Najatu, you are trying to choose between the devil and the dipsy.
You chose.
I said, yes, absolutely. But I'd rather go with the dipsy. If Allah helps me, I'll be like Jonah. As Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish, God Almighty delivered him, he will deliver me. But there is no winning with the devil. In this case, Asuwaju is the devil. There is no winning. Because you cannot relate to a person that has lost it upstairs. If he is physically unfit and he is mentally okay, we can manage. At least you know you can hold him accountable. But in this case, you know that those hangers-on are only pushing him, knowing that he cannot do it.
You see that woman? If you that is shouting Ashiwaju 2023. May you get what you are wishing, what you are hoping for, wishing for. Sure you get. And then you can see the real shege that you probably haven't learned from. It's your choice. So, but people will start with him. Nothing day upstairs again. Is off. Is gone. Here you get. They are supposed to take him to Badagry, old people's home in Badagry, and be caring for him there. Honestly, those who are popping him around and pushing him around are doing so because they know if Buhari could get away with it, why not them? They are seeing all the wastage now. They are seeing all the looting now. They are seeing all the corruption now. But they couldn't do anything because they didn't have the chance close to it. So if Buhari could do it, why not TINUBU? Unfortunately, some people are making the trillions, the billions, stealing your money through APC today. A lot of you are on social media struggling, suffering, and telling yourself, renewed hope, Ashiwaju 2023. Now people go still use you make money from it. And when they start counting the statistics of the poor, the statistics of the unemployed, maybe some of you are in that bracket today, even if you are living in that denial. Somebody said this person will get brain again. You said your future is on him. Although I can then understand how hopeless you can be to believe in something like this that is going to be your renewed hope. They said more, including Shitima being the Boko Haram financier. But let's go back to Abeokuta again, where Kalu was wailing, you know, now wailing wailer as it is. Where is that clip again? 1 second. Right. Sorry.
Okay. Onye bele economy. Alo yanle.
Because Otibe is a cause problem. He's about to disgrace the entire family, entire lineage, entire clan as he does all the time. But he won't give up like that. Kalu, will you agree? Even if the jaile corner, tell us more, wail openly, let's feel your pulse. It's different from Jesus and Allah and all that stuff. Leave all that. But if everything enter February, most of the thugs, touts that are going to be like armed, weaponized to go and then ensure that areas where Kalu is actually a lost battle. I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't know. You are going to understand what betrayal really means in this sense. If Buhari, I'm using the word if now. I'm using if because it is politics. I don't want you to go to bed and say, Kalu is finished. That's not politics. that means you haven't learned anything. If Buhari continue like this, it is a lost battle. The likes of MC Olueran and the people like that across southern Nigeria, they go pick them up a week before your Charade election. They will pick them up. They will, boom, to Abuja. They will release them after the inauguration or change of government. That's what I heard. So MC Olueran, if he heard that himself, he will probably be walking around how to leave Nigeria before that day. They will do all shakara, they will do all show. Shakara, we don't agree. But I lie. If they hear what I'm hearing, they will leave Nigeria before that election day. Go and write it down. And that is why Kolu is going to say more. The coming days and weeks are going to tell you more. But maybe by then, these cowards, this bunch of Lily Liver, they're cowards. Maybe they can be bold enough to talk about Buhari and APC. Do you want me to tell you one secret? Do you want me to tell you one secret? You may think you hate Buhari. You may think you dislike Buhari and APC. You may think in the last 7 years, Buhari has made you to dislike Fulanis and all of that. You have no idea that the people that hated Buhari the most, the people that actually disgust the Northerners the most, they are the supporters of TINUBU. They are the Lagos Abobakus. All of you in the last 7 years. I don't want to live with the Northerners. All these Northerners, these are this. All this Buhari. You think do you think you actually you despise Buhari? Wait till everything is certain that indeed Buhari won't shank him. If they confirm that he really won't shank him, it go be like say then release Bulldog. You see those Lagos Ibadan media, that Lagos Ibadan media. You will see propaganda. You will see things, and you begin to tell yourself like, wait. Is there any difference between APC, Buhari, and TINUBU? You'll be asking yourself very soon. They are already attacking Emefiele. To prove that Emefiele cannot be touched, Emefiele that was threatened by DSS, EFCC, and on, and he stayed away from Nigeria until the Buhari cabal finally managed to tell him to go back. To give him that confidence, Emefiele returned to Nigeria and said, no going back, sir. All of your threat and everything, no go work. I don't come back. Buhari is in Senegal right now. Guess who is with Buhari in Senegal? Emefiele. That is a message to TINUBU and gang that it's not going to work. It's like Buhari knows he's protecting Emefiele. This is not going to change. They went to Imo State to take INEC to court so that they can stop INEC from using that your Beavers machine. They are still in court. The signal says, but Buhari has given them the directive that it's not going to honor it. Whatever happens, they will be court order anyway. They went to the Senate. TINUBU's wife, TINUBU's lackeys, with money, they voted against Beavers. That's a BVAS, your machine for election. They are here that Buhari has override them. And he said, yes, they are going to use the Beavers. Now, all of these are not good signs. If things remain like this, you can be my guess of what the journey is going to be like in the coming days. Now, look at this woman that has now come up to say, forget about all of this as well. All of you don't know that the danger you are in is even worse than TINUBU. A demented, sick TINUBU being your president for criminals to take over Nigeria again, and your suffering and your poor of you just started. She met with him. She said, you have no idea who shitty man is. The shitty man, the Boko Haram financier, the Boko Haram sympathizer, the man that if anything happened to Kolu, is going to be your president. Baba, finally. I didn't say that, now this woman, here you get Ajia. Remember, she was given access to access TINUBU, being a member of those who are to sell TINUBU in the north. When she met with him, she was like, leave that one. Oh. Do you guys know Shetima? Do you actually know the guy? No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. You are about to enter a new realm of what APC, Egbekegbe, have in stock for you. But whether politics or not, is there anything really new in what she's saying? Other than if you didn't believe that before, this is now coming from somebody who was within them. Why is she telling us? That's fine. Help me. Help.
I will not allow you to. Help me! 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 If they carry me, they go. We are not know. Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me!
Now let's go to that Najatu. What did she say? See, she went on an Hausa platform where she spoke to the Hausas, the Northerners, and told them about what she saw about TINUBU. Now she's going everywhere with it as well. Like, everybody's just kissing and tell. Isn't it? I mean, look at the guy who told us, Mike, who told us about Atifku. All of these are just information that are falling so freely on your laps. But person, they say the dog we go miss, go still want to, go listen to the whistle. But the whistle blower, when they blow the whistle, now he may no stop. That's who I am. Listen to this again. Going forward. Najatu. On what program is this? Arise Television, I believe. That credit goes to them.
Especially as it concerns security. You must have an enabling environment in order to do anything. So you cannot take someone that is virtually senile and another person that has been associated on several occasions with funding terrorism. That is Kashim Shettima. Kashim Shettima, we should not forget Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, and he was found and arrested in his house. Let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times they are the governors, the people in power. They are the ones doing it in connivance with foreign mercenaries. Can you remember? Have we forgotten when they said there is a no-fly zone in Zamfara? Why should there be a no-fly zone? There isn't even an airport in Zamfara, but aircrafts land and they take off from Zamfara. And let me tell you something else. In Zamfara, every container that comes from China ends up in Zamfara. You know why? Because in Zamfara, the soil in Zamfara has all the strategic minerals that you can think of. So when the containers come in from China, they land they end in Zamfara, and a bag of Zamfara soil is today sold at 5,000. So they need to displace the people to allow them to continue with their mining. I mean, it's multifaceted. And these are people that one has been severally accused of harboring terrorists, even recently. And why? Let us ask, why should Shettima be visiting, along with his governor, be visiting and making a solidarity with a police officer that was being tried for drug trafficking? Why? So you begin to put these things together and you begin to understand why Nigerians must retrieve their country. We can't allow this thing to happen.
It may be hard, it may be tough, it may be coming from the most unexpected places, but some of this information are not new. They are not new. The only thing is that some of these people are coming public now because somehow, the party, the Fulani or the northern hegemony and the control of the government in Nigeria with Buhari in charge, the party is coming to an end. There must be a way around this. How do we make sure that the party doesn't end? What can we do? So, should we start telling the truth? Should we start denying Buhari the failure? Should we start, you know what I mean? What's going to be our fate? How are the other part of Nigeria going to see us when we no longer control the levels of power? All of these are going to bring out, when they start coming out to speak, right? What they are doing exactly is that they are just validating what you know. That some of you feels like you needed more proof or more evidence, right? To be so sure. I understand. That's exactly what is happening. Somebody said that this MaiyegunsDiary Politico will come to an end after the 27th of February, when Kolu become the president of Nigeria. You must be new. You must be new, and I understand. And I pity your ignorance, so to say. Guess what? The likes of Buhari in 2013, 2014, when people like myself was actually telling those who are probably older than you, they are like your parents. Some of them like older than you, some of you anyway. Right? Some of them were beating their chests. They said, and they accused me, this was like about 9 years ago, before you all ended up in this hole of poverty capital of the world. Oh. Sure you get. Some of those who are older than some of you, they said, the moment Buhari comes in, the first thing is that that will put me to shame. Then when Buhari starts working, people like me will become useless, irrelevant. But guess what? The reason why people like us will continue to be relevant is because you are some of you who are like a Lagos Abobaku, Asli Kaso, some of you are so dumb. You are making the same mistake again and again. And you are expecting a different result. You are electing criminals, empowering rogues, murderers, thieves. And you are expecting them to change your lives, change your story. But guess what? They are thieves, they are criminals. The only thing they do best is to ruin your life. Haven't you noticed? 7 years down the line, instead of using them, Buhari APC, to shame Maiyegun, some of you have now turned to defenders. You are now defending your ruined lives, the divided country, the impoverished people, the terrorized country. Now you are now looking for people who are speaking up and you are blaming them. And you are still doing the same mistake, making the same mistake, hoping that they will do better. You be mumu, and you think other people be mumu. Maiyegun is going to be here for as long as Maiyegun breathe. As long as I'm breathing, I will remain here. Because until you stop making the same mistake that is ruining and destroying you, Maiyegun will never be less relevant. You have no sense. Some of you don't. And that is why a sick man, all you could tell or sell about him is tribal this, religious that, blackmailing people here and there, making up lies. And all you are praying for is because everyone will try to remind you of that all of this is going to end up in the same thing. Okay? Make Kolu your president. You don't understand. And as long as they are making your life a hell, the likes of Maiyegun will continue to remind you. I will continue to remind you. You may be new. There are those, I've been dealing with some of you may be too young. I've been dealing with your parents for the past 10, 15 years, educating them, trying to tell them to do something, take decisions that could probably make your lives better and not turn you to what you are today. You are the product of a failed country. And who are those who failed the country? The criminals that you actually want to defend. And how are you defending them? Not because they have done anything good, but because you feel like they are being disrespected. They must be respected. Exposing them is wrong. And we should do this or that. And all of that, blackmailing people. It doesn't work that way anymore. No, it doesn't work that way anymore. The truth will be truth. Lies may travel far, okay? But the day the truth moves, right, is the end of it. If you like, cover yourself in another pangolo agolo in February. I will be here to tell you about it. Same way I have been telling those of you, pretenders, hypocrites, that not my own. If there's anything at all, as they destroyed Nigeria, some of us who are in the diaspora, we destroyed Nigeria by APC. By that standard, we actually made millionaires, multimillionaires. I won't say much on that. Let's go back to today. Somebody actually said something, and I'm going to go back to that woman. Oh, in fact, let me go back to that woman who's also added this. Boko Haram. Sorry, he didn't even say Boko. He said drug dealer, Escobar, and Osama bin Laden. From Nigeristan to Afghanistan. From Afghanistan. God knows the way. She's warning you. Just laugh and joke about it if you think it's funny. Okay? When you become that victim, it won't be that funny anymore.
Nigerians have been suffering for over a year for lack of fuel. And more Nigerians are going to suffer and are already suffering for the fact that they give a very short notice and make the new notes unavailable. So Nigeria now would have to resort to trade by barter. TINUBU did not say anything. All he's thinking of is the bullion van that has been made available for him to buy votes. I've been vindicated, alhamdulillah.
All right, well thank you.
And you know, sir,
let's go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is this. Nigerians should be focused. We have a very, very serious problem. Nigeria is at the brink, especially as it concerns security. You must have an enabling environment in order to do anything. So you cannot take someone that is virtually senile and another person that has been associated on several occasions with funding terrorism. That is Kasim Shatima. Kashim Shatima, we should not forget Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, and he was found and arrested in his house. Let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining.
You don't cast last. Everybody goes up breakfast. You don't cast last. Everybody goes up breakfast.
Now everybody go share what? Go chop a breakfast. You just don't know when you are going to get served. Remember that. However, somebody says something about the Bulaba, Bala Blue, and then TINUBU said different gaffes here and there. Like I told you before, see, for your own sake, for the sake of your own mental health too, right? I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. For the sake of your mental health, don't ever engage a Lagos Albo Baku on social media. Don't ever argue with the Oshogbo Alimajiri, the crumb eaters on social media. They no get brain. You can't be hungry and get brain. It's a waste of time. And not just that, the fear of hunger, the fear of poverty that is affecting some of them who actually have a chance. And they dress well, they look normal, but they are mad people. They don't get sense. Stop wasting your time on them. Except if you yourself, you'll be a troublemaker. Would I sit down and actually listen to somebody like this telling me that the dementia that TINUBU is suffering from, that it is deliberate? He just wanted to make all of you laugh. Somebody, Papa, that same guy is a comrade. Come and raid.
What about the slurry speech, that people also talked about that is evident, statements like Ulaba. I think in Ondo State he was campaigning the other day, there were slurry speeches, the gaffes and everything, that a lot of people...
Let me tell you something. We've gotten to that spot. Let me tell you something, Rufai. There's something called swag, right? I might want to increase my trend on the social media in order to have traction. I could use swag. Actually, you only use swag in order to captivate and catch your attention, which he has achieved. So the more he uses the swag, it's a tactics. The more he uses those swags, the more you come in, and when you come in, he gives you his program to get those numbers.
Comrade.
Those are swags.
Comrade, thank you very much. Okay, I get this point about swags. I will also learn how to swag on this.
And you will trend.
I told you. Now, Olori Bruku set of people. If TINUBU na their papa, their papa go they use. Say that one, that kind of swag is a swag. Somebody that confessed. He told his people, they said, how do you feel about this social media and all of that? TINUBU told them, said, I know they look at social media, they abuse a hell out of me.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please. Forget it.
That's the man they told you is only giving us the lamba, which is the swagger to trend. That's to tell you. So if you are there, say, this man, some of you, when you see a comment, especially on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, when you see a comment, before you reply that comment, click the profile. If you click the profile, and you realize that is an Agbadorian or articulated looter, articulated Mugu. See, my space small. I want to down beg you. I want to down beg you. Don't waste your energy on them. They don't get sense. Sure you get. And they are cowards too. Bunch of living cowards. They know the source of all the problems. But they are so scared. They don't bond them well. To mention Buhari, they don't bond them well. Are you with me? So why are you going to be wasting your time with them? Imagine somebody, a common radio, goes on national television and said, TINUBU se bala bulu bala is a swag. And as somebody papa be that, somebody husband. And those are the people you are wasting your energy replying to. How can you be dumb? You are so, can't you see? They are seeing. They are not deaf. They are not blind. Just pray that you never find yourself in their position. It's a terrible place to be. It's called suffering and smiling, suffer heads. Sure you get. Say, wow, a bag of rice from 7,500 naira is now 50,000 naira. They will jump there. See, don't let us be talking like this. That you don't like. You see, you are talking about your own problem. This Olori Brukus will jump there. Let us all be considerate. How much are they selling a bag of rice in the UK where you are, Maiyegun? How much is a bag of rice? Now Lagos Sabobaku is asking you a question. Now you grab your phone. You want to reply him. You are replying a way. that possibly is using a free mode on Facebook to come here to come and defend the slave masters. You are replying a weary that is hoping that this weekend, though, in everything that is going around everywhere, they will remember him, even if it's just 1,000 or 2,000 naira. You are replying a weary that Nigeria has messed up his life, messed up his brain, and here you are. He doesn't even know. Then he will come there and say, must you eat rice? Because let us be honest, the last time I bought a bag of rice, the weary didn't bag any bag of rice, though. He didn't have any money to even buy any food, though. The last time I bought a bag of rice, it was just 27,000 naira in Owode. Don't let us be saying everything just because we don't like Buhari. This is how the Lagos Abobakus, these are the ways they have been defending. If you now say, now 35,000 I buy more, this is unbelievable, they will tell you, must you eat rice? Are there no other food? Are there no other food? Must you eat rice? In this country, we must all sacrifice. Meanwhile, the people that are telling you that you must sacrifice, the Wilori telling you on social media to sacrifice, if he is abroad, he will never bring his family back to that sacrifice land, though. 822. Sacrifice is 822. Sure, you get it's not encouraging. 822 in Nigeria, when they say sacrifice, want to finish a sacrifice. Diwere didn't buy any bag of rice, so, and he will tell you, I bought one last week. The one we use in our church union meeting. Because these guys are made for hell. And you don't want to live with them. Few of them that can speak English and you put some money in their pocket, they go on to disgrace their family members on TV. Nobody so one came and said, corruption, the only way to end corruption, because corruption is a sin. And the people who are corrupt, they are sinners. So let the sinners lead Nigeria because they understand sin and they don't want to sin again. Somebody, Papa, a university lecturer in Ekiti. Now, so the Olori Brukus be, they are everywhere like that. Shak Badura, Odira. But if you come across them, if you believe them, don't believe them. Don't respect them. Don't you have a father at Abolori Brukuni Sani? Did you see my father on social media deceiving young people into the life of a poverty that awaits them by blackmailing them and creating tribal division, religious division? No, you know that stuff. This Agbaya on social media. Don't let them blackmail you. Olori Bruku. Some of them they don't see 1,000 naira for doing what they are doing. They are just interested. Dabi Mosheda. Do you understand? What do you have for us?
If you can't learn from the past up till now, I don't know what you want to learn. Nigerians, short memory. Very short memories. The government who are voting into power is going to torment your life. Some fellows say, no. Being in church doesn't make you a prophet. Amen. God tells me details about this nation. And I know something is happening right now. Well, when it's time, I'll talk to you. Amen. I'll talk to you. No, you say, what do you mean the other time? They are breathing hard now. Some are dead. What are you talking about? Did you see Pepe or not? Last 8 years. You know Pepe is in grades. Different levels of Pepe. Nigerians, short memory. Very short memories. Short memory. Somebody came to me, was doing primary or something, and so
Buhari ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́. 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 Ó tún yá ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari, ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari, ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari.
You are experiencing Baba. That's Ibitaba Fiesti. See, that's where we're going to wrap that up, yeah? Nobody, don't allow anybody to slander Buhari on your timeline on social media. Don't be saying they support them. I'm saying if you see any APC on your Facebook or your Twitter or anywhere, where can they become a wailing wailer? Trying to dodge corner. Make them go straight. Blame Buhari. But it be so. Again,
Buhari ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́. 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 Ó tún yá ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari, ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari, ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari.
Hey, Baba. If anybody turned up tomorrow and started abusing Buhari, a TINUBU supporter started criticizing Buhari and all of that, no gree, go there and tell them, now you they abuse Buhari. Tell them, go there and tell them, we are not going to let that happen. Because of politics. Majority of you turn to animals, cold-hearted animals. You no longer even care that you are humans anymore. It's all about the banter. It's all about the trolling. You are being murdered. You are being fleeced. Your future, your present are being stolen by criminals. You are defending them. And all of a sudden, you want to turn back after 7 years. You will come here and slander Buhari on this social media. It no go happen. And that's why I think the Obidients are indeed doing that in that regard. Let me show you something. One of the things that has become a bit of an headache, a problem, is that before now, the Obidients were trolled. They were mocked. They were bullied. Some of them were like physically assaulted. And they were told categorically then that you are just wasting your time. Some people are telling them that they are wasting their time. But what they are not telling you is that whether waste of time or whether not waste of time or the establishment, and listen, there are some certain things that or some certain myths that they are now disproving. Some of them is like, Peter B is an Igbo man. So they started playing the card of tribal this, tribal that. We saw, we are seeing where that has taken Nigeria anyway. However, who sabi Peter B in northern Nigeria? Baba, that used to be the trending one. But by the way, for the record, let me tell you, if there is something that the Obidients achieved and you can't take away from them anymore, okay? Whether they dislodge the establishment, whether Obi become their president or not, whatever happens, you see this Obidient, they achieved one thing. You remember the word activists. Almost everybody turned to activists too because of followers on social media. I remember how many times I keep telling you, don't call me an activist. I know they fight for anybody's right. What thing they do be say they try call you, encourage you, we will join together and together. Fight the same people we want make life, they make life hell for us. If you are not ready to fight for your rights, I know I am not ready to fight for your rights, for you. That's what I do. On this social media, somebody with 1 million follower, 1 million Twitter, 1 million this or that, they don't become influencers. I'm talking about a ragtag, people who have no idea politically or ordinarily. Chancers, we call them. They call them influencers. So they started being those who are like shaping the political views of people. They started dropping some political hot takes. But the Obidients, they neutralize all of that too. Today, we have now realized that there is no activist in Nigeria. Now, cashtivist plenty. Because before now everybody, they complain about bad governance, bad government, terrible government. Now, activists self, they pray that the government should arrest them so that the whole world can realize that this government is bad and they are fighting for your rights. Activists. Now, when Peter B. say won't be president, now we realize, say, your activists, then be cash TVs. They say Obi no, they give them money. So which means there's not going to be any gig. It's all going to be free. Abana, so the activists will condemn corruption, condemn incompetency, condemn incredibility and all of that. Now, so they say to save money na nonsense, but to loot the money is the best. So Obidients, I'll give you that one. Take them. When I expose all those people, nobody feel pretend to be any activist anywhere anymore. Do you know the second thing you also, another myth that you are indeed demystifying right now is that Peter Obi is not known in northern Nigeria. He's an Igbo man. Nobody will even take him. He's an infidel. But all of this talk, you see this Obidient, they're mad though. He got to a stage, they have to organize people in Katsina, Buhari state, to attack them. Like, what's going on? Like, we used to spend money to even host Buhari in Katsina, his own state. It they cost the state 500 million naira. But this one, Obi, he go just woes in, woes out, woes in, woes out. How they do them? So if they are not telling you, it's a big concern. And it is exposing the lie that except some people actually give you the clearance to enter northern Nigeria, you are not welcome, especially an Igbo man. Baba, it is a big concern. May I show you a few? This one is called Dambua. You know Dambua? No, Dambua, I don't know. Oh, Biu. These are in Borno State, where Boko Haram, headquarters strong. This guy carrying a helicopter go there. Somehow, he went there and he came back. I'll show you. Look at this.
This is a Peter Obi in view. This is a Peter Obi in view.
View in Borno, Shetima's headquarters, Boko Haram headquarters. He was there. I mean, he went into a town hall meeting with them. As they say, a town hall is different from, this is a view. As in Bill, it was in Gombe, it was in Casino, it was in Bauchi. And yeah, I mean, for the Obidients who are part of us tonight, I will bring that visual to you as usual in the for the sake of the diary, okay? But do you mind if I ask you, my friends on Facebook, you are doing well tonight. Facebook allow you to see me enough tonight, but don't just sit down there without liking the broadcast. You know what I mean? Share it. If the system, if the Facebook allow you to, okay? On YouTube, we are nearly 3,000 of us right now on YouTube live, Abi? But it's only about 500 of us who have taken it upon themselves to actually like this broadcast. I mean, if you have sat there for almost 2 hours or the last 1 hour, right? That means you probably like what you are seeing or you enjoy the conversation, do you? How about you take a moment, to like the broadcast, right? And at the same time, even subscribe. Do you mind? Before we continue. So I'm going to take you to Bauchi. Then after that, I'm going to take you to Gombe. Then after that, I'm going to take you to somewhere else too. So let's take a moment on YouTube right now. Let's take a moment to like this broadcast, okay? Also take a moment as well to do that subscription. It won't take much, 30 seconds. See, it's very easy and then simple. Thank you very much to everyone who has responded, okay? Thank you very much for that. However, let's go on. Let me take you to Bauchi, where the Obidients and Obi... In fact, let me first take you to Gombe, okay? I'm going to join the old clips like here and there, all right? So let's start this one. How they did, how was he received in Gombe? Gombe is northern Nigeria, by the way. So when they tell you that he's not welcome, he's not accepted, nobody knows him, social media will actually prove you. I mean, social media will disagree. Look at this. And there is another one. I think this one is Bauchi or so. Like I said, I'll just mix all those clips together. Then I'm going to go and hear what he told them. What did he tell them in those places? That will be the other part of this conversation. But look at this one.
We are obedient. So everybody must be obedient. It has been long that old people, our grandfathers, they rule us. So we want a change. We want somebody like us. You that has blood in his body to rule this country for a better Nigeria and for a betterment of all the people. Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. No more Arewa, no more Kudu, no more East, no more Southwest. But we are based on Peter Obi because it's our vote.
I mean, ordinarily they shouldn't worry especially those who are like the traditional, platforms like APC and then a PDP. No. Oh, Baba, this guy started 10 months ago. Now they are a big problem. They are a big contender. They are front runners, right? And the areas and territories that people felt like impenetrable, it's never going to happen. Forget it. So I don't know what that they do, but let me take you to Bauchi, where he was today. Then I'm going to take you to Gombe, and other places where he spoke. But these particular two places and what he told them, so similar message, right? But just listen, right? Pay attention to what he's saying, how he's saying them, and how the people are reacting. Then I'm coming back.
Labour Party, Mama, Papa, Mama, Papa, Mama, Papa. Tamam, Bauchi, salam alaikum. Tamam, Bauchi, salam alaikum. Whenever I'm in Bauchi, it reminds me that once there was a united Nigeria, once there were peaceful Nigeria. Nigeria was on path of greatness from a preferred leader from Bauchi, Tafa, Balewa. Nigeria was on path of greatness for Tafa, Balewa. I come from Anambra State. I live in Onitsha, where a man who believes in the unity of Nigeria, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, is from. In Bauchi, we had a great leader who believes in progress of Nigeria. And I said it this morning, that Nigeria today is breeding poverty. People are poor in Nigeria. People are hungry. People are insecure. All the monies we borrowed, we have used it the way the Babalawa used the money he borrowed. Nigeria would have been heaven today. In June 17, 1964, Babalawa applied to World Bank to give him $82 million to build the Kainji Dam to generate power. Today, Kainji Dam is still there. It was supposed to generate 760 megawatts. Today, that's the equivalent of that money is supposed to be about $1,250 million. That's the equivalent today. Our debt today Nigeria is owing 77 trillion. When we add our ways and means, which is equivalent, when we use our 410 Naira per dollar, it is now worth $187 billion. If you divide it by the value of what Babalawa was then, we would have had 150 Kainji dams. Nigeria today would have been exporting power. What we are here to say, I'm sure somebody will even do the interpretation, but be rest assured, this is a great city. A city where a leader
that wanted to build a Nigeria came from, and we're in this city saying we want to build one Nigeria. A new Nigeria is possible. A Nigeria where you have a job. A Nigeria that will be economic growth. A Nigeria that will be peaceful. A Nigeria that will be secured. That is what we want to build. We urge all of you, go out. They've told you lies. You voted for them. Today you're hungry. Election that is coming this year. You should not be on track. Let nobody come and tell you it's from the north. People from the north are hungry. They didn't give them food. Let nobody tell you it's from the south. People from the south are hungry. They didn't give them food. People from the north did not go to school. They didn't provide school. I've said it. All the people from the north today, they said they're out of school. They've learned Quran. I will meet them where they are learning Quran and teach them skill. That's what we want to do. And we assure you it will go a long way.
No to confederalism.
Abunda shugaban kasa mai jira ya ce duk masu karatun alkur'ani a makarantun allo za mu je mu same su a wurin, za mu iske su a wurin, kuma za mu ba su sana'o'i insha
We will ensure you have a job. We will ensure you are secured. That's what me and Daddy are going to do. Vote for us. The youth, you voted for these people. All the people who are coming here, you voted for them before. You voted for APC. Their group is keeping you to hunger. You voted for PDP. Emperor Alika, you're hungry. We now want you to vote for human being. Mama, Papa. Mama, Papa. You know,
he said a lot, right? But there is more from other places too. Like I told you, his messages are almost similar. But this time around, did you look around? Did you see that? And there's something too. He could speak, he could talk. You could hear him and you could judge him by what he is saying. Kolu doesn't even say anything. I mean, Kolu doesn't say anything meaningful, sensible, reasonable. For you to even say and try to be like, okay, now let's take point by point. There's no point. I'll play you some of that before we go tonight, but let's quickly go to another part. This time around, this is not Bauchi. Or should I show you Bauchi one more time, where himself and his deputy, Dati, were at a palace. And that should be the palace of the Onibauchi of Bauchi. Or should we call it Emir of Bauchi? In Yoruba land, we'll call him Onibauchi of Bauchi anyway. I'll show you that before we continue. Nah, that's another one. Let's go to another place, especially, I think this is a Gombe. It's not Gombe. It's Katsina. If it's not Katsina, it doesn't matter. Shall I look around there? I can't remember, right? This is what he told them there. It's also part of the Northern Nigeria tour he's been on. And all I can see is that,
keeping you here late. I apologize.
No! We give you our
we went to Borno State because you know it is difficult for people to go to Borno State, but we said we will go there. When we got there, we had issues with our aircraft and we were delayed. Yes. So we apologize. Thank you for your understanding.
Peter Obi.
Today, nobody is hungry. You have nobody supporting family again.
You are my
Nobody
father.
forgiving
You are my
you
mentor.
again. You have been abandoned.
Leave me.
All
I
you
love
hear
Peter
now
Obi.
is
I swear to God.
poverty all over the place.
Kill me because of Peter Obi. I go die here. Nothing will chop me.
We in Labour
I
Party,
love him.
that year now, one
I
simple
love
thing.
Peter Obi. No be like
There is to secure and unite Nigeria. We want a united Nigeria. We want to secure and unite Nigeria. We want to remove Nigeria from consumption to production. Because we want you to have job. We want you to have a job. We want the youth to have something they are doing. We can no longer stay in a country where our youth are not doing anything. We want our youth to do something. They will come to tell you to vote for them. I say we have no structure. They are so to have produced poverty. They are so to have produced criminality. People now live in fear in our country. We want that to reduce. We don't want you to live in fear. We want you to have a job. This first election is just a month from today.
Yes, so.
1 month from today, do not vote for anybody because it's from the north. Don't vote for anybody because it's from the north or from ethnicity. When they say vote for them because they're from the north, tell them we are hungry. Tell them we have no job. Tell them you have no school. Schools, they're not secured. And they're not organizing president. Is there anywhere not has buy bread cheaper? No. Do you buy bread cheaper anywhere because you're on the north? No. It's same thing for people in the south. Do not vote for them because of religion. No religion buys bread cheaper. Is there anywhere Muslims buy bread cheaper? No. Is there anywhere Christians buy bread cheaper? No. Don't vote because of religion. Don't vote because it's their turn. It's nobody's turn. It's your turn to take back Nigeria. It's your turn to take back Nigeria. So don't vote for them because it's my turn. Election this year is an election to start building a new Nigeria. And that new Nigeria can only come when you vote people who are competent. When you vote people who have character. When you have people who have compassion. When you have people who have physical and mental energy to do the job. This is a job that requires, you can see the two of us here. You see our wives. Healthy and young. No other combination is this. We want to build a new Nigeria. We want to build a new Nigeria. We thank you. You have voted for umbrella, elite, and you were suffering. You voted for broom. They sweep into poverty. Now we want you to vote for human being. So that we can start building Nigeria. We want you to vote for Mama, Papa, Pikin. So we can start building a new Nigeria. We want you to vote for Mama, Papa, Pikin. Go and look for where they say LP. Yesterday what you see is LP. Go there, vote. Stay down till they count it. Gombe, we are saying we will not come from Abuja. We will come to Gombe. Empower farmers here so they can go back to farm. We will support them. Fertilizer price has gone up. No more farming, no more anything. That's what we want to change. We will come here to put women out of poverty. We were not going to stay in Abuja. No more government from Abuja. We will do it from here. That is what we are saying. Go down to every part of Gombe. Tell them that these two people you are seeing are determined. There's no two other like us. We want to bring government nearer to the people. That's why we are doing what we are doing. That's why we are going every.
Anon. I told you, just listen to what he's saying. And then somebody, Cynthia, you were asking me if I would believe in what he's going to do if he get that power. see, dear Ma, right? Cynthia, don't ask me because I don't have the answer. I have told you that no matter which side any of these people belong to, it is a pure waste of time. And in fact, it is like self harm for you to take any word that comes out of any politician in Nigeria, including Obi, to heart. But you see, Obidients, if you know their history, the history of that movement that Obi is benefiting from today, are you with me? Then you will realize that the whole thing is not even Obi's making. He didn't come up with this. He didn't create all of this. You know that. A lot of us know that. He's just a beneficiary. Now, those who decided to go and trust him that much and push him and push him and push him to this point, they are likely the people who are in the best position to tell you how convinced. They will tell you. They say it everywhere. I believe him. I trust him. Every word he says. I don't. Here you get. But that does not mean that the same way I shared what Atifku says, what Kolu says, TINUBU, what every one of them says, this is the same process of bringing the whole thing to you. And then you can actually understand or make your choice or make your decisions on all of this. But for myself, trust me, I don't believe a jack from what comes out of their mouth. Yeah, I don't. That's me. But a lot of these guys actually do, because they made him. He's telling them exactly what they want to know. And they believe that if there is no godfather, this or that, money back here or there, if he legitimately, genuinely should get them to take him into that presidency, that could be power back to them. And that's something that is so huge that I can't invest in such. Here you get. I don't have a tiny bit of emotion to invest in anything going on in Nigeria other than for the educational purposes only. So when people say, how did we get here? How did we get here? Go and watch Maiyegun. You will get to know how we got here. That's the difference. You get that? So I may not be able to answer that for you, Cynthia, because I don't believe in everything he says. Here you get. But he is saying them, and he's got this force behind him that I'm trying to tell you not to ignore. That same force is making the establishment to react in a way that some of us never even envisaged until now. Let me show you the candidate of the ruling party again. And when he's speaking, this is another campaign, and this candidate is the candidate of the ruling party in Nigeria. Are you with me? And in his words, something is not going right. Apart from the fact that he is the candidate, he is also the sick, incoherent someone that believes he's just waiting to be crowned. His name is TINUBU. That take tribe out, okay? Take religion out. Just kind of be sincere, in all honesty. You listen to that guy just now, and he spoke, let me tell you, he spoke for just 4 minutes, 18 seconds. He didn't speak for that long, okay? But that video played for 4 minutes, 18 seconds. Could you make any sense out of all he said? Could you? If you take out take everything out, just what you looked at. And the video you've been listening or watching all this while, if you put them side by side, and you take religion and all of that out, as a Yoruba man watching me right now, would you still stand behind that sick man? Would you? Okay. Okay, I get that. If you still stand behind him, that tells a lot about you. Of course it does. A sick old man with access to the state resources that he could use anytime, every time, whenever he wants. And some are milking that endlessly. And today, the most they could actually push for APC, Egbekegbe, for Kolu, TINUBU, is either religion or tribe. Now that seems to be collapsing so fast too. And like I told you, the Obidients, you have made this more interesting. It doesn't matter what I think or say. It doesn't matter what anybody think or say. The reality of today, including the responses and the reactions of those who are like living in their comfort zones before, they are confirming that when you said you are pressing their necks, I think you are actually pressing their necks. I admit that you are. Because things are about to get really, really dirty, murky. And in this fight, where Kolu said he is ready to go dirty, if he has to, I think he's about to get to that stage now. And I wish you what you wish yourselves. I can't wish you anything. I mean, you always have your wishes right there, your battle. However, I am just a referee, keeping the record and telling you things that you should know, the truth that are being watered down, and at the same time, as they say, it was the song for the PDP APC. But with the adventure of the Obidients, they just appear on the scene as the comer. Okay? And that is why I decided to bring that out to you tonight as well. And then, yeah, as a catch-up, I am going to see you some other time. Okay? I was going to take a few calls tonight. However, I'm going to skip that. Sorry, yeah. We can have phone calls some other time. And I'm actually thinking of having our People's Parliament at the end of this month, 31st. Whatever happens, okay? Thank you very much for spending your evening with me. All of you, okay? I have shared what I think you should know, have a clue about. Add them to all other things you know. TINUBU is crying for help. TINUBU and his gang are about to become the wailing wailers. And like I told you from the beginning as well, if you think you have been the worst critic of Buhari, oh, I hate Boko, I hate APC, just wait for the next few days and see the kind of a barrage of attacks that will come the way of, Buhari and everyone within that system. Because Kolu has gotten the message. And it's not good. He is going to bully them. That's what he believes. I will bully them the same way I bullied them during the primaries when they thought they could shortchange me or chank me. Is the same plan. Just make sure that you are focused enough. Whatever they are complaining about now are things that people have complained already. The violence they want to unleash has actually caught the attention of the American embassy in Nigeria, who are now sending a message to all of them that if you try any violence, we're going to revoke your visa. Baba, keep your visa. Some of these guys don't need your visa anyway, if they have the power. And in Nigeria, it doesn't matter how you get that power. Just get it first. You can sort it later. Who never agree or who doesn't agree with you, they will probably come around later. And if they don't come around, who gives a fuck? Who gives a damn? That's how it is in Nigeria. There seems to be more coming the way of Kolu than what you are hearing right now. Because you remember that drug deal, drug, Well, there is already an investigation ongoing in the UK. And this investigation is towards Kolu's involvement in paying about $4 million or $40 million to a drug, to a business in the UK. A business that the entire business before that money was paid is not worth more than 50,000 pounds sterling, only to get millions of dollars transfer from Kolu. But guess what? They said this company have a link. They have a link with, a drug cartel somewhere in South America and all of that. All these are popping up, just so you know. And when they mention Pandora, all of you probably just want to read the headlines, okay? the Pandora thing, Peter Obi is in that Pandora. And his own response was that before he joined politics in 2003 or 2005, he decided to say, to put all of his investment. He was living in the UK, businessman, by the way, right? He put all his money together, all his investment together, and put them in a shell company. So he was going to go into politics. Okay, that's how his name pop up in the Pandora. But others also popped up. Shebi Peter Obi get business before going into politics. Waiting be the business of Saraki. What was the business of TINUBU? What was the business of some other guys that also appeared in that Pandora? But they are your leaders today, by the way, all right? Just information. They are pieces of information that you may not find them useful, but they are always there anyway, all the time. Talking about Pandora. Look at this. The governor of Kebbi State, the guy who helped Abacha to loot all the billions that they are now returning back to Nigeria today. Abacha loot. His name is Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. He is the second-time governor of Kebbi State right now. The former governor of Osun State, Oyetola, which is Gbenga Oyetola, the cousin to TINUBU, was also on the list of those who actually stole money in Nigeria. They stole public money and hide them in a shell company. These guys don't have any business. They had no business, no real business before politics and their involvement in looting Nigeria. Anyway, look at that. They said that the children of Sambo Dasuki, the man that became the Father Christmas under Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, right? And others like that, just so you know, is a mention, okay? So whatever happens, right? The coming days are going to be really, really interesting. And I advise you to actually approach them with open minds. Or else, some of your favorites are going to kiss the dust. Some of the things you know are going to become a myth that will be demystified. And if you are still underrating the Obidients and what they are doing, I am here to remind you, for the sake of your mental health, please reduce the level you are underrating them. Because the owners of Nigeria, the kingmaker, Kalu himself, is worried. And his main worry is not really about the Obidients, but because he has no power to stop them, he has no money to buy the votes, he will need Buhari's influence, Buhari's backing, the power of incumbency, all of that. But it doesn't seem that he's going to get that. Or he's not getting a signal that says he's going to get that. Just wait and watch how they are going to attack Buhari, attack his government, and you'll be wondering, are these guys not from the same political party? They are. But they are just, they call them the strange bedfellows. They were never friends. They never came together because of Nigeria. They came together because of their personal interests. Now, they have waited for 7 years. It can't be like saying a wrong investment. So TINUBU will fight. They will use everything. You will see drama, except Buhari quickly turn around and give him all he wants. Money. And the police, INEC, and everything that has to do with this election, so that they can declare him the winner and they can deal with it later. Except for that, the whole drama on what happened within APC or what is going on within APC, they will tell us themselves. You don't need to pay anybody to investigate or spy on APC or PDP. They will tell us themselves. I can assure you of that. And the moment I get something, trust me, I'll bring them down here to tell you and show you. These guys are criminals. You may respect them, you may like them, you may be fighting for them, defending them. No matter what you say about them, no matter what good they turn to, look at me very well. They will remain criminals in our book. And we will continue to remind you that giving power to criminals is like renewing your slavery license. And it is a sign of madness. You cannot be doing same thing again and again and again and expect a different result. Baba na shoko you get, you dey mad. They never tell you ni. Not be everybody where they tear their clothes. Or no be when people tear cloth, now that time they're mad. A lot of you are mad based on the mental problem you are suffering from that nobody has diagnosed. I'm diagnosing them for you now. When you do something again and again and expect a different result, is a very free diagnosis. You are a mad person. And I'm here to tell you, right? I'll see you some other time. To everybody watching, especially on YouTube, thank you very much for tonight. It is always like this, okay? Good enough that you really caught you caught up with us. Next time I'm going to be back here, which is going to be tomorrow night again. Until then, stay safe. Like this broadcast, share it, right? Subscribe, set your notification on. All notifications on YouTube. Just put everything on, and you will never miss anything. I'll see you some other time. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o.